All right, going over our warm up here, the first problem says, what is the solution to this system of equations? Now, I remember from yesterday that when we're looking for the solution to our system of equations, we're looking for the point where those lines cross. And when I find the solution where those lines cross, I'm going to circle it. So I'm going to circle that solution first, and then I'm going to write the ordered pair for that solution. My ordered pair is -2 and 4. So that means that the solution to my system of equations is -2, 4. Now the second thing is asking me what the equation is for each line. So I know that if I'm writing equations for straight lines, I'm going to use y equals mx plus b, where b is my y-intercept. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to find the y-intercept of my first line is 3. So I'm going to have plus 3. And then the next thing I need to do is I need to find my slope. And I can see that my slope is negative because it points down. And then I'm going to go down 1, that's my rise, and my run is 1, 2. So my slope is -1/2 x plus 3, y equals -1/2 x plus 3. Now my second line, I need to do the same thing. I need to start out with y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to look for y equals, my y-intercept is down here at -4. So instead of plus 3, I'm going to have -4. And then instead of counting down 1 and to the right 2, it looks like my rise is instead 1, 2, 3, 4, and my run is 1, which means I'm going to have 4x, but I see that this line is also pointing down, which tells me I'm going to have a negative slope, so I'm going to have -4x minus 4. So my first equation is -1/2 x plus 3. Second equation is y equals -4x minus 4. So problem number 2, I need to look at this equation here. The first question is asking me, what is the y-intercept of that equation? Now, that equation I recognize as slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. And I see that the y-intercept, which is b, lines up with -3, so my y-intercept is -3. The slope of that equation is in the place of m, which means that the slope of this equation right here is 4. And now moving on to number 3. On number 3, I need to find out how many solutions this equation has. Now, I remember when we were working with the number of solutions or types of solutions to equations that I needed to look at the coefficients on each side and the constants on each side. So let's go ahead and first simplify both sides of this equation. I'm going to start out by drawing a line down through that equal sign so I can make sure that I'm simplifying this without moving things across the equal sign. So my left side I can't do anything with. I can't combine 5y and -8 because those are not like terms. On the right side, though, I can use my distributive property here because I've got a number multiplied by parentheses. So I have 2 times 5 plus y, which is 10 plus 2y. So I'll put that in place there, 10 plus 2y. And then I can combine some like terms on the right side. I can combine 3y and 2y, which is 5y. So I have 5y plus 10 on the right side, 5y minus 8 on the left side. Now, I remember, and I can look through my guided notes if I'm a little unsure of what it is, but I remember that if I have the same coefficient on both sides, a +5, then that means that I either have no solution or an infinite number of solutions. So the next thing that I need to do then is I need to look at the constants. And my constants are -8 and +10. Now, because those constants are different, I know that this is going to have no solution. And I can prove this by trying to solve for y. So if I'm going to solve for y, the first thing I want to do is get all of the y's on the same side. So to get rid of the 5y on the right side here, I'm going to subtract 5y, which means I'm going to subtract 5y on the left side as well. My 5y on the left, or on the right, is going to cancel out. My 5y's on the left are going to cancel out. That leaves me with negative 8 is equal to 10. Now that is not a true statement. That is completely false. Negative 8 never equals 10. So because that gets a false statement, that means there are no solutions. There is no value that we can put in for y that will make that problem true. So there are no solutions to that equation.